Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers podcast. Hi, hello, hi. This is episode 226. We've got some guests this week. We have a ton of news because we missed last week. And how are we doing, everybody?
Okay.
Doing pretty well.
I'm
Doing great
tired.
for Tuesday evening.
It's still Monday.
Doing great for a Monday evening.
I don't know about that one, too.
We're good this week.
All right. So Grant's out this week, unfortunately. He had some stuff going on, but we have to carry on as always because this is the last show before we go to Epic Universe. Let's go.
So we skipped last week, so we
skipped last week, so it's
we don't want to
really
start 3
crowded.
episodes.
Yeah, we don't want to have to mix in all the news from Epic Universe week as well.
And it's the Summer Games Fest this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So we're already gonna have
very,
a
very
lot of
busy
news
this week.
We gotta burn the show.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Tetsuya Kanda, the World Ends With You director, has departed from Square Enix after 29 years. Is that really? Just get the 30th anniversary thingy first.
I think he's going somewhere else. He just announced it.
I mean, look at that. I don't know. How much money can you really get at that point? Switching.
Well, if you can be a director, a lot.
Yeah, but you're already a director.
I know, but like you can argue for
more money, I guess. Like a CEO.
I guess it's also Japan, so it's.
Look, I'm always a fan of more money, so.
Yeah, me too.
Real.
That's why I'm going the leadership track.
I'm sad. I love the World Ends With You.
Me too.
This kind of kills it. Like
I don't think I know what it is, if I'm being honest.
A game I've brought up a lot on the show.
It is one of the
really
best.
Fun, Kyle.
I mean, I know I've heard you talking about it before.
DS games.
Yeah.
I mean, I played it.
Basically, it's a JRPG set in the modern world. That is.
Gotcha.
And also, it does not use turn-based combat.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, there's a mobile version, the original DS
No,
version.
mobile version's been off
delisted.
the shops for a year.
I mean, there is technically a mobile version. It's inaccessible. And then there's the Switch version and the DS version as well.
That's the worst order I've heard. It's a DS game, and it got
ported to mobile, and then the mobile version was enhanced to Switch.
No, it's better on Switch.
Yeah, enhanced. Next problem.
Switch has story stuff, but neither of the other versions.
And then they did a sequel on the Switch. And PS4? PS5? PS4.
PS4, and it got released on other platforms. Steam has it, the sequel, and I think Xbox does as well, but I can never remember.
I mean, who cares about Xbox having it? Really? That's not an Xbox platform or title. Okay, so Jeff Keighley announces 60 plus partners for Summer Games Fest 2025, including PlayStation, and that takes place this weekend starting on the 6th.
Well, it starts on the Friday, I think.
Yeah, the 6th.
Oh, I got it right, and I just guessed.
Let's see. The CIA operated a network of gaming sites and even a Star Wars fan page that were part of one of its worst ever intelligence catastrophes.
No. I edited Max Rebo's page, and it got the CEO dictator shot.
Are you serious?
That's funny.
But that's like the jokes of this, because like, why would you put If you're running fan pages, then the fans are gonna edit things. But unless you're like messaging, then more than likely you're just gonna be tracking specific page edits or something. Like that's what people assume is why it went so poorly.
Is they didn't know what they were doing.
Is that fans could also edit though.
I'm not gonna pretend I understand how poorly this went.
Yeah, but my thing is though, right? Why is the CIA meddling in stuff like this?
Easy to
They
find
always do.
people. They're probably in everything.
I mean, I get it if they try to use the web page to build portfolios, but you're dealing with nerds that literally say the most unhinged things. So trying to build a psyche portfolio wouldn't work.
I don't know. It's hard to get into their heads, but they sure do
I
want to
mean, it's
get in
worked.
ours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, Persona director reveals the secret to Atlus's beloved games. I want something, even if it's not complete, even if it's really rough, even if it's something really unfinished, to give me a glimpse of the humanity behind it. And I feel like if you have super highly polished games that look like they were designed by a bunch of people in a CEO boardroom, that doesn't really excite me.
Yeah, because I've played some good 8-bit games that are not polished that were the most fun.
This is how we
Oh
get
yeah.
the shooter genre. Is corporate synergism.
Doesn't matter. People will pay $100 for the next Call of Duty and sports games. That's all those people
And
play.
which sucks because that's how they got us in the beginning. Is it's literally the same game, just in a different area, and we all cash grab on it.
I mean, yeah, that is
I
kind
mean,
of that's Rockstar's whole idea.
I mean, I won't even just say it's Rockstar because Bethesda did it too when Oblivion came out. Because Oblivion was a single player game and the microtransaction was horse armor, and we bought into that. And ever since then, I really do believe the microtransaction just went downhill from there.
Oh, for sure, for sure. That
No,
was the
yeah.
beginning and the end.
Trickle down.
Trickle down economics. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Literally.
right. All right, so former Dragon Age writer says EA always spoke about a hypothetical nerd cave full of die-hard RPG fans who would always show up, so you didn't have to try and appeal to them.
Crazy.
I mean, I guess, but like, I feel like that
you don't
works
have to
better
appeal with
for.
them. You can appeal to other people.
I feel like that
You can
works
just-
better for Pokemon, but it's only to a certain point. Like you still have to maintain quality, even if you don't want to maintain appeal to them.
See, I disagree, but I did see the Pokemon comment under this thread. Pokemon's different because it's for kids, so you can always just
As long
sell
as
it to the
you're,
next generation of kids.
yeah, which is why they had Ash for so long.
Yeah.
And then we got I don't actually know who the new girl is, but they finally, trashed Ash.
Lina, Leica, something like that.
Something. She has Ash's
She's
pendants
already.
in her hair.
No. She's got his new second pendant now.
Yeah, exactly. She has the pendants as her version of the hat.
Hair clips.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think they're right, but like it very.
No, they're wrong. That's why their new game failed.
Well, no, like they're right to an extent. right? Like if if you mess with everything that makes the game, like if you change
That game.
Pokemon from the current formula to like an on-rail shooter or something, that's no longer Pokemon. Which is why,
Isn't that Pokemon Snap?
yeah, I realized that. I realized that, but I wouldn't say that Snap has done well.
Snap's not a main game though. That's
Yeah,
also
but
a
like
big difference.
if you made Snap like the main version, right? Like if that was,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. That was a bad
I mean,
example.
they did that with
I
Pow.
realized.
Didn't they do at Power World too? Like, isn't Power World just a off-brand version of Pokemon at this point? Can we just all
It
agree?
was, and then
It
they
is.
specifically made
Well,
it worse after the lawsuits.
well, yeah, the lawsuit happened and it's not anymore because
Lawsuit has not happened.
I thought it did.
They got
No,
sued.
it has been sued.
I knew they got sued,
and they
but
have court dates supposedly, but they have not actually happened yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first half of the lawsuit happened. The all important, uh, lawyer speak has started.
Well, yeah, that's what we talked about on the show notes.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that's why they changed it because I guess they didn't. They have to change it. I don't know. I don't understand the whole thing about it
I
because
don't
some
know.
people think they didn't have to change it, but some people.
They didn't have to change it as drastically as they did.
Yeah.
They intentionally made it severely worse while actively making a Hollow Knight clone. So let's see. Years later, the FTC has finally dropped its fight against Microsoft's Activision Blizzard deal.
I'm so sad Grant's not here this week. He'd be so ecstatic.
No, actually,
Wow.
Just because he's like, finally, it's over.
Yeah, but
We
nothing
don't
happened.
have to talk about it anymore. No, but we bring it up.
I know we bring it up every so often whenever it hit the news cycle again. It's just nothing happened. It's still there. It probably shouldn't be, but it definitely is. After a lengthy legal battle and billion-dollar loss, Fortnite is back on iOS.
See, this is the other one that we've talked about a lot. They're both gone, and Grant can't even be here.
Grant's not
Yeah.
even here to celebrate it. Oh well, we'll celebrate in person. We'll get some drinks and celebrate it properly.
wait.
What? Wait, why was it ever removed from iOS?
There was a
Because
lawsuit.
they wanted to have.
They wanted to make their money.
Well, they
Apple
wanted
like-
to
give
make
the
their
money
money
to Apple,
without giving Apple their cut. So, Epic Games really won that whole battle because they made it possible for you to not have to pay the App Store for hosting their game, basically. And then it's back on the App Store. So not only can you go, oh, I've got the whatever, like the children are paying me directly, and I don't have to pay you your 30% cut. So
Yeah.
You gotta love big corporations.
yeah. As gamers express concern about Borderlands 4 potentially costing $80, Gearbox chief Randy Pitchford, Mr. I'll feed you, baby bird, says if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen.
Damn.
Hold on, can I go on
Right.
a rant about this? Because
Why
I've
not?
played Borderlands since it came out. And the fact that it used to be $40, $50 and $60. And I was okay dropping $60 for Borderlands 3. $80 is ridiculous, and you're only getting a base game. $80 back then gave you a care package with all these extra stuff. I don't care how refurbished this game would be. $80 is asking a lot, and I'm a long time fan of the Borderlands series, and I wouldn't even cough up $80 for it. That's stupid.
I think
Dang.
Borderlands is going to be a test. Or Borderlands 4. Because I think there are games that could get away with the $80 price. I don't think Borderlands.
I mean,
is
Mario
one of
Kart
those.
World's getting away with it.
Well, yeah, but it's Mario Kart. It's like GTA. It basically
I guarantee.
you'll see it in a decade. You'll see a new one.
Well, yeah. Just,
Um,
I don't
eh,
care how much people push for Tor. Tor is not a console version, so it doesn't matter.
Because another thing would be, right? Because I've played all the Borderlands, and I've kind of kept up with the Borderlands forum and updated everything. A lot of the mainstream things, and I honestly do believe that there's going to be a strike going on. No one's going to cough up $80 for that game. Borderlands 3 was a failure. I will say, Borderlands 3 was bad.
The Borderlands movie was also
Just-
bad.
We're not talking about the movie. Kevin Hart never played Roland.
There is no Borderlands.
There's no Borderlands movie in Bossing say.
But no, like there's it like if at least throw us a bone if we're gonna cough up $80. Don't just make us buy the base game. Because even Baldur's Gate 3 is what $69.99 and the deluxe version is $79, but you get more.
I want to say it's a character pack, costume pack, something like that. But yeah. No, I do think a lot of companies are going to be like, oh, I can charge 80, and they're going to make
They're
a lot
gonna
more
learn really quickly that their games are not worth 80.
It's not, and it's crazy because we're in the age of technology. Don't you think games would be a little cheaper with the advancements we have?
No, they're more expensive because they say it takes more time to make them. But like games
I
like
would.
Mario Kart and GTA is like, do you need it though? You're gonna keep
Yeah,
the same
but
game going for a decade and not drop the price. I don't know if you need it.
No, GTA will probably eventually drop
Oh,
the
GTA
price,
will
'cause
be
they make,
$100, dude.
I don't know.
I mean,
They
but you're
make most
talking
of their
about
money on the online.
Which
yeah,
is
but you're
its
talking
whole
about
issue.
difference. You're talking about difference between good graphics, good game, and a lot more to do. When Borderlands a cartoonish style looking, so it wouldn't be hard. I still don't see how it would take longer to craft Borderlands versus the intricate details of GTA
I
because they have
mean,
realism shadows.
you like people will defend any decision from their
Nah,
favorite
not on
companies.
this.
Yeah.
This was pretty bad on the Reddit.
Yeah, but give it time. People will be like, I didn't want to buy it, but I bought it, and it was a good time because I spent $80 plus on it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be that person.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting time for sure.
It's either gonna make or break the company at Gearbox at that point.
Oh, absolutely. They're they're gonna have to do more than feed baby bird other Randy if if the game flops. They're gonna have to feed all the baby birds.
Yep. Now, if they keep what they were saying in there with the loot drop, the grappling hook, the different abilities, and more characters, intricate system like they were doing with the guns, yeah, that's kind of worth it. But I've also seen the Borderland franchise backtrack on their words, so I'm not really too excited for it.
Look,
I mean,
at this
It's honestly
point,
fine because Borderlands
until
is a boring game anyway.
uh, the way I see it, right? Until it is 100% out, I'm not gonna judge it based on promotional because that's how you get burned.
Oh, facts.
Then that kind of goes for everything. Um, yeah. So let's see. SAG SAG-AFTRA has filed an unfair labor practice charge against Epic Games for its use of AI for Darth Vader's voice in Fortnite.
Bruh.
That's understandable though, because you're taking a voice actor and profiting off of it by mimicry.
The problem is he agreed to it.
Well,
before
he didn't
died.
agree to it. His estate agreed to it. He's dead.
No, like his
Ooh.
estate agreed to the thing, but he agreed to that he wanted to always be Darth Vader because this happened around Obi-Wan because they used
Old footage or old.
no they remade his voice so he sounds in Obi-Wan more like classic Vader than he does in Rogue One.
I don't know. My stance on AI has not changed. I will not use it.
You hate. I feel
Absolutely.
that because I'm a Star Wars friend, right? And if they're gonna do it, at least try to do it correctly.
yeah.
The amount
That's
of
why.
horrible things I've heard Darth Vader say is is kind of funny.
It's not right, man. That's
It's
not
not
why he
right.
wanted his voice to still be Darth Vader.
No,
Yeah,
correct.
no. People also
I'm
found
surprised.
out.
Is it still running? I don't know.
I think they're in the last week for it. I don't know if they
Okay, so they
took them
didn't
out or
just
not.
shut it down after K1, which they should have done.
Like, I saw videos of people using them. Like, he literally would be like, you could ask him like, "Hey, Darth Vader, where are the other players?" And he would literally tell you their exact location and stuff. Like, you could be like, "Hey, is this place safe for the next ring?" And he would tell you all the storm circles. Like,
Hey,
which was
what is the
hilarious.
admin account for all servers?
Literally,
Yeah, AI is not a good thing,
nah.
and we are.
I mean, it's not. It's gone to the point where the United States is at, if I'm not mistaken, and this could be fabricated, but they're trying to put a law into place where AI is going to be illegal to use in certain usage.
I don't know if that's still a thing. I feel like because I know there was like a thing under the Biden administration about AI. I don't know what it fully entailed though, because I think they wanted to like try to protect people from the more negative things like I don't know, Vader saying slurs, but
Right?
Yeah.
that I don't know if that's still a thing because all you have to do is have enough money and you can buy, enough of Congress to be like, hey, we actually want people to be able to say slurs as Darth Vader.
Remember, every politician is for sale.
No, it's way cheaper than you think it is
Is
because
it?
the numbers got leaked and like for a bunch of them a while ago. This was like a year ago. Um, it's really cheap. It's only like a couple thousand for most of them.
That's crazy.
That's not bad. Okay, but okay, since we're on the topic of AI, you do understand. Like, my problem with it is you're not going to need graphic designers anymore. And at
Oh, you
that point, you
definitely
just
do. That's the problem. They want to write out all these employees because AI, but like it looks like absolute garbage.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I've got it on the sheet.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh
Oh
wait,
wait,
yes I
hey,
do.
it's right
It's the
here.
next one.
Great lead-in. Video game companies have an AI problem. Players don't want it. That what a great way to end that. We will get to it. It's immediately after. Yeah. I agree. I look. So I'm on the theme park subreddits fairly often. Somebody was like, here's how Disney should put shade in Toy Story Land, right? And they're like, I use AI, and it's like, dude, it doesn't even look like Toy Story Land though in the background. Like I didn't even have to read that you
no.
used AI to know that you used AI because it looks like absolute garbage. Why would
Facts.
we want? Why would we want this?
And it takes away jobs because I used to make 3D game models for figurines through Blender, and the amount of work it takes to do that looks a lot better than AI. Because until AI gets to the point of peak perfection, you're always going to have the impurities when it comes to crafting it or the video quality, or it just won't render or look correctly. So why
Yeah,
not just hire somebody to actually make like a good model?
because you want to save $5. Because like the amount of money that we are pumping into powering and like buying all the AI processors like the processors for AI cannot be cheap. Especially like I've seen some pictures of some of the AI farms. They're not even using solar panels. And it's like, but why not? Just, like you could save so much energy just dumping a solar farm on top of your stupid AI farm.
Yeah, and you know what I think it is? I don't think they're worried about that aspect
Oh,
at
absolutely not.
all.
We are absolutely
And
not worried about it.
it's really sad that we're all gamers. It's sad to really see that happen because it's no longer what is it? Creative freedom. And that's one of the few things I've ever liked about video games is when you have somebody crafting or developing it, you give them creative freedom to it and it has personality. A robot can't give you personality within an image.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Look, I'm more heated about that because like dude, it takes away a lot from video games.
No, it's not going to end well for the companies that use or like decide to use it, and I really hope it doesn't. There was a couple months ago, I think, maybe a little more than that. There was a company that reached out for StormwindGames that was like, "Hey, do you want to play? Get an early beta code and promote my game?" And I'm like, uh, probably not, but I'll look into it. And then I'm reading the description and it's like AI, uh, you know, 8-bit sprites or whatever, and I'm like, or 16-bit, whatever, right? Whatever the style they were emulating. I'm like, you don't even have to try on those. What do you mean AI?
Yeah.
I, that's just laziness.
Like
Ah,
people will
man,
cut you some slack on those, and you're still being too lazy.
Yeah,
look,
look
if
how
someone can find a cheap, quick way to do it, they're gonna do it
Oh,
at this
absolutely.
point.
like how RPG Maker games. You sell them for like 10, 15, but they all play the same, and that's why I don't.
Well, they play exactly like there was an old Neopets RPG in their little game section, right? That's what I always feel like those look like. I'm like, but I didn't enjoy the Neopets one. Why would I enjoy paying for it?
Yeah, I just don't like how they control.
Like, I'm not gonna say I'm good at making engines. I'm not, but
Yeah.
it cannot be, you know, worse than that. Alright, and last topic before Collector's Corner. Yakuza 0 director cut. Call 1-800-YAKUZA-0 for conversations with Kiru, Mijima, Sunshine, Smileburger, or Nugget. Alex
I
was
got
really
that
excited
chicken
about
right.
this one.
I might have gotten the chicken wrong. Hold on. They name them all different foods. Yeah, it is nugget in that one. Okay, I got the chicken right.
Alright. So now we enter Collector's Corner, which is our weekly segment where we go around and talk about what we've been playing, what we've been doing, good decisions, bad decisions, whatever
Everything
you've
in
been buying,
between.
everything in between. We use a wheel to decide the order, and I don't have the wheel set up. Give me a second here.
How dare you? You knew you argued about hosting and don't even have the wheel set up.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to do?
Hey, he's doing his best. All right, this is actually a pretty cool podcast that I've ever listened to.
Yeah.
I
All right.
black.
You have the
So
wheel set up.
yeah, here we go. Wait.
You need
How
to
do I
mute
how do I turn
it.
how do I turn the sound off?
You want
That
me to run it?
No, that's fine. I just need to. Oh my gosh! Open volume
It's gonna
mixer, please.
cheer.
I know. I noticed that. Just gonna turn Google's sound off and then. Cooper, you are first this week.
Oh, I'm so goaded. Dude,
Cameron, if you want to mute it, I'll find it.
Don't worry, I've muted it.
to do is kill Grant. That's all. Let's see. What did I do? I did. Oh wow, I've been out for a while. That's right.
You've been out 2 weeks.
3 because we missed it.
True.
Oh, that's true.
True.
That's true.
So Cooper, what have you done this last month?
Essentially, yeah. My summer class has started. That's been a lot of fun.
Boo.
Yeah, but I gotta take them, otherwise I'm gonna get way too far behind.
The chakra.
But yeah, that's been fun. Plan is to get ahead, but I've been
Yes.
working like a lot of. I've been working a lot of like overnight shifts, so it's been not easy over the weekend. So, but probably tonight and tomorrow I'm gonna just grind it out, and then I've been playing a couple different games. I played like very little bit of multiverses. I burned all like the premium stuff before it shut down. I was like, you know what, I'll buy a couple. I didn't buy anything, but I bought. I was like, the cool thing is the character tickets that they gave you for the $100 pass or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, here you can turn those into premium gems to then buy skins and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Okay. So you use that.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I had like 50 basically, or something like that. because I got
Yeah,
all the
'cause you-
characters and I still had like 50 more.
So you got
Oh,
a
well.
lot of skins.
I mainly got like Finn stuff because Finn was my main. And then I've been playing Phasmophobia with like Barrett and a couple others. That's been a lot of fun.
There should have been more gems per ticket. The
Yeah, it
characters
was
cost way more than the skins.
no, literally. I think it's like 2,000 gems per one ticket or something like that. It really wasn't that much.
Should have been enough to get like 2 skins per ticket. Hey, you can't get the character you paid for.
Yeah. But let's see. I got. I don't know. Oh, I've been playing Master Duel. I 100%ed it, or well, technically, I got all the achievements, which is kind of cool. And then I've been playing a little bit of Minecraft. I played around in like Cameron's creative world, and I've been playing on Dakota's world as well, which has been fun. And then played Game of the Week. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place, but
You play the Resident Evil game of the week?
I did not.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I didn't.
What else you play?
Um,
Play
think that's
GTA
it.
with me.
Oh,
GTA.
right.
What?
Which
Like,
one?
5? Why would I have 6, Cameron?
Why did you buy 5? I
Haley,
own 5.
there's
It's
4 other
there.
ones.
It's actually way more than 4.
Minimum of 4 other
because
ones.
there's like San Andreas and all those.
And it was like $10.
That's crazy.
I know she's a
I
redhead.
own
She's just not a
GTA 5
blonde.
physically.
I bought it physically.
I own
Alex
it
is saying
physically.
he
It's
already owns
there.
it.
Well,
It's there.
Alex, we're not going to live with each other forever, so deal with it.
You don't live
But
with
you're
them now.
home, and it's home.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I have.
Why'd you
Got
just
you.
buy a game and message me and be like, hey, do you own this? And the answer might be yes.
I mean, I
Yeah.
saw you owned it because it said that you played it.
And she didn't think
So you
to
played
ask.
online or you played. I guess you played online.
Wait, how did you play online? Did you buy PlayStation Online?
No.
Or no, you said played together.
played
You just
story
both
mode.
played it.
Ah,
Right.
And then
Are
possibly
you gonna
you.
do? Are you gonna try to go for the best ending? You probably want to bring up a guide if you want that, though.
Mm.
It's hard to get it.
The best toy of all time. Also, I ordered it back in like. Well, y'all were there. Y'all on the trip.
Doggy!
Yeah. When did I order it?
I
Oh, back
was
in
watching
January.
build battle in Odyssey, right? They'd really have messed with the game that you can do through mods or whatever now.
Mhm.
And one of them, the competition was build a dog, and someone built this.
They built Pepper.
Yeah, and his plane.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was
But-
bad because they're using Odyssey parts, so like
Coop.
the ship is mostly made out of clones of the Captain Toad ship.
Oh.
that's kind of funny though. Cooper, is this what you were super excited to show off a couple weeks ago, and then you
A
missed
couple
the show?
weeks ago. Yeah.
That's not news though.
Yeah, but
No,
I can
y'all
understand why
knew it
he'd
was
be
coming,
super
but
excited.
Are you bringing your dog?
probably not. I don't want to lose it.
Fair.
How would you lose
Oh,
it?
you don't want to chuck it off the balcony?
No, dude, you gotta throw it from the
Dude,
castle. Like,
I love that trailer so much. It's so funny.
It's actually really good.
gotta throw it from the castle into the crowd and bring him to defeat Bowser Jr. Um. Okay, is that everything, Coop?
I think that's
All right,
about it.
let's keep rolling then. Oh, all right, Kyle, you're up.
Okay. I went to Texas over the weekend. That was fun. I'm currently playing Hogwarts Legacy. That's pretty fun.
Oh, what house?
You already know the answer to that question.
Fair. Do I? Hufflepuff?
Yes.
Yep.
That's what Chelsea picked too. That's the only house that gets to visit Azkaban.
I was like,
You said what?
You get to visit Azkaban. You're the only house that
there's
gets that
a
for some
quest
reason.
line in the game that
Um,
between the 4 houses, every house does a different thing
But
for the.
I don't honestly care about the other houses. I
no,
just
well, the thing is, Hufflepuff's the only one that gets an area that was not already used in the game. Like Azkaban is
No, I think
completely no. I don't think so because
isn't Slytherin's like special room for her?
it might be a special room, but it's not like a completely new area that's locked off for everyone else.
Heard.
Because I think Gryffindor's is just like something lame, like go try to do the Death Day party in the graveyard that you can visit at any other time.
I like that one of the quests is called Follow the Butterflies.
Wait, is that a quest line? I thought that was a achievement thing,
Maybe it's an achievement.
or like
I don't know.
I don't remember. Look, I 100% of the game. It got very tedious towards the end because there's no skip
Yeah.
button for all the.
I kind of feel that in the open world. Hogwarts is great. I don't everything.
Hogwarts is
like,
say
underutilized.
being actually in the capital or
Castle.
being in the castle. Sorry, I'm tired. I cannot fucking think right
Right,
now.
we can tell.
Being in the castle is, I mean, yeah, I haven't been saying anything. Like I've just been sitting here listening. Being in the castle is really cool, just because, like, obviously, but exploring elsewhere is kind of boring sometimes.
Yeah, there's like there's the stuff that makes sense. That's like, here's Hogsmeade and here's the Forbidden Forest,
And
and
then
then they're
there's
like,
like,
but
hey,
what if we
here's
stretch out to like the
here's this
Scottish?
coastline. I
Yeah.
went to the coastline
Did you
before
need-
I was required to, so I was able to just
Flu.
apparate over there. Blue powder, yeah.
Nope. Yeah, flu powder. No, that's
Yeah.
it. It's like
Um,
some of the fat I feel like on the extra map could have been trimmed.
yeah. But yeah. So I've been playing Hogwarts. I purchased Monster Hunter Wilds. I haven't played it yet.
Heard.
But in the past 2 weeks, I preloaded and then played Elden Ring Night Rain. I played literally like an hour and a half of it before I went to bed on Friday night.
Right, because it actually works on your PC.
Right.
Yeah, explain that one to me.
Oh no, I don't know. It
Elder
barely
Ring
works.
knows it work.
It barely works, but it does work.
I don't know what the issue is.
But yeah, anyway. I think that's about all I got. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
He's
out
a
of it.
tired boy.
Yeah.
One big tired boy. Okay, well, Haley, you're up.
When was the last time I was on here?
You don't.
Who knows?
Hold on, I do
Hang
because
I
we
know.
keep attendance. This is why we have attendance. You have not
Disgusting.
been on since
You could have said bless
October.
you.
Curse you.
You have not been on since October.
Yeah,
We
October
do
2nd.
not need
Damn.
all of the info since October.
Cooper,
That much we can promise.
if she's gonna be so rude, don't say I love you.
Literally.
Oh my gosh.
It is I love you, not love you. There's a difference.
But you
Okay,
say
okay.
curse you.
Yeah,
could have
curse
been
you,
like,
Alex.
ah,
Did you sneeze?
bless
Because you
No.
sneeze.
No, I'm not gonna say bless you. You just sneezed everywhere.
In his room, contained.
Disgusting.
That's great.
Okay. I finished my internship at Fish and Wildlife. And then I came home and I met Dakota. And then I went to Granny and Granddaddy's to help them. And now I'm back home getting ready for the trip to Epic Universe. That sounds about right.
Okay, so have you
And then
bought GTA? You mentioned that.
yeah, I did buy GTA. I want to buy the Midnight Walk. It's a
So do
3D
I.
play
I
animated
also
game.
want to
I
It
buy
do
looks
not.
Midnight
so
Walk.
freaking cool.
It
I
looks
do
I know
not
you
own
don't
the
own it,
clay
Alex. It's brand
animation.
new. It came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Haley,
I
you seem to
badly want that
underestimate Alex. He if he really wanted it, he would own it.
I know. We all know this.
I own
Amazing.
Raidu and the
Alex
Soulless
magically
Army,
comes
and
with
it's not out yet.
money. Just appears for Alex whenever he wants a game.
Yeah, when I go to work and get paid.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, dang. So that was like the week after I started in Louisiana that I joined y'all because y'all were bugging me to join back in
Yeah,
October.
because you left us in Orlando.
How sad for y'all.
She actually talked on the show, unlike the last one. I don't
I
want to
talked
be
on.
here. I'm so sleepy.
Oh, are you talking about the one y'all made me do at like midnight in
Yeah.
Orlando?
Yeah.
And I was like falling asleep in the chair, and y'all yelled at me and said, "Haley, wake up!"
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was rude.
I think it was accurate.
I
Was
think
that the
that's
night
funny.
that we found out that my car was having issues? I feel like it was.
No,
No.
that was another. Was it?
Uh,
That was another night. I don't know, Cameron. I went to your apartment a good bit. Like coming to Flamingo, you're like, "That's too far. I don't want to spend the gas
well,
money."
also we all had to be let in. There was multiple reasons not to go to Flamingo. Uh, is that everything though? Haley?
No, it's too
Oh,
far.
that's what we played.
Huh?
Did I just lag? Hello?
All right, everybody say hello. Hello.
Hiya.
Hello?
Okay. Weird.
Cameron's dead. It took him too long.
What? I said hello first.
No,
Okay,
I
that's
didn't
fine.
hear it.
That's fine. Alex, you're up.
Let's go. I got a lot. All right, what do I start with? We'll start with it. I bought Raidu, The Mystery of the Soulless Army. It's a remake. It's not out yet. And because it was on sale for very cheap, Clock Tower Rewind. Yay, horror game. It's very spooky. I played Long Live the Queen, which is just how do you It's just a game where you make choices and you try not to die for 40 weeks until your coronation.
Interesting. Is that on Steam?
It's on Switch. I mean, it would be on Steam, but
Oh
like,
wait, no. Okay, that's fine because you can share that through um, the game share thingy.
I don't know. It's simple. It's used as God, what's the visual novel? Engine. Renpai is
It
the
it
engine.
it
Because I was
sounds
like, that's very. I was like, huh, this is very familiar. All the same stuff and how you fast forward and the fact that you can hide the dialogue text box. I was like, I know this engine.
game or
Um,
like story wise, it kind of sounds like that cruise one you did that you were playing a while back
yeah,
where you were trying
kinda.
to
But like,
get away with
this
the
is more
murder.
like this. I would argue this is much more simple. Kinda. There's like stats you can raise,
Yeah.
which is what you do. You take her to class. You're like, you're gonna do this and this today, and depending on how you run it and like different endings lead to different things. Like if you don't have this stat, oh, you're gonna die here or whatever. Like because people are trying to poison you as a princess or whatever.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, what else? I played Minecraft with you
Yeah,
for
you
your
did.
video.
I dragged you
We
into
played
it.
the Cash DLC and got sad that Scrooge is not actually playable, which is what I thought the DLC was for. Uh, I played Game of the Week. Let's go. Let's see what else. Marvel Rivals a bit, but I actually do need to play it a bit more. Um, and I played Tactica a lot. Persona 5. That's it. So actually a lot in the last 2 weeks comparatively to recent weeks.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Sounds like it. All right, let's find out who's going last. It's Dakota is going last. So it is my turn. But that means Dakota makes the board. That's a
Nice.
rarity. Our time's gone last board. So what have I been up to? A lot of Minecraft. I put when did I start that world? Cooper, we're gonna check your DMs real quick because I
Yeah.
sent you the map the first night that I was working on it. So I think I talked about this on the last show. But between the May 18th, and now, I put roughly 34 hours into building All Star Arcade Resort. Uh, it has been quite the triumph, if I do say so myself. Probably will not be views wise, but there there's a lot of little fun details that I couldn't do because mods weren't working. Alex noticed that immediately with all the statues, and I would have liked to have gotten all the mods working, but World Edit definitely helped a lot, and
Yeah.
I was able to create 10, 10 buildings, very slightly different or whatever, because the color schemes of the areas is all the same. But I put Kingdom Hearts, I put Tron, Wreck It Ralph, Club Penguin and Toontown Online, and I think it worked out really well. Did the final editing today. I've got a short for it, and I've got it's like a 45 almost minute video talking about it on StormwindGames, and all of that will be going up tomorrow afternoon, or as of when this podcast goes up, yesterday afternoon. So yeah, just I really wanted it out before the Switch 2 released because I knew I was going to be heavily distracted after that point, and I did not want to deal with it because I was not going to know where I was going after that point. Let's see, what else have I been playing? I played the Game of the Week. I have done the cash DLC in Disney Illusion Island, which I also got to reference thanks to an idea from Cooper for the build. The cash DLC kind of carried on too long. It also changed the name of the game. It's no longer Disney Illusion Island. It is Disney Illusion Island starring Mickey and Friends. Because apparently not mentioning Mickey and Friends in the title was confusing people. So yeah, let's see. I have been also playing Vampire Survivor. I'm currently playing it because it's a nice, easy, thing that I don't have to actually like read or like actually. I would like to win, but I don't have to put in quite as much effort as say, um, basically any other game I could play right now, even if I wanted to record. Um, and yeah, otherwise I've just been prepping for Epic Universe. Last week, Chelsea and I went to Pop Century. We did a little staycation, which is part of the reason why we didn't do a show last week. Um, that was a fun time. Got to see all three fireworks shows go off in about the same like 3 minute span because they were delayed because of a storm. So that was nice and interesting. And yeah, I don't know. It's been good. Been a bit busy, and now here we are, mere days away from Epic Universe. So very 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 excited.
Yay!
Yeah, very excited.
Let's go.
And yeah. So last but not least is Dakota, who is you ready, Dakota?
Yeah, I'm ready. It's nice to finally figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Thanks for the understanding how I'm supposed to do this. So mostly what I've been doing. Finally got back to my Xbox. It's been 3 months since I played it. First thing I did was download Minecraft. You can ask Cooper. He heard me scream like a little girl last night over a cave dweller. And I seriously need to start checking my luck stats. Like, if I could open up my character stats in real life, I want to know my luck stats because Cooper last night, I wasted my luck finding everything. But one thing. Currently have a PC being built for me so I can go back to making video game models and see if I can get that back off.
Nice.
2200 is what I'm looking at. But it's supposed to be really nice for rendering. Other than that, mostly just a gym and really just being here. I'm trying to get my portfolio back out because one of the few things that I've missed the most of, I guess, making video games is I don't have to deal with the coding. That's that's my beauty. I don't have to learn that. But um, video game models itself was fun. I'm trying to get back into that. I have one person that if I can hopefully knock on wood, if it goes well, I can be hired through it, but that's a long shot. I have been out the business for about 3, 4 years now, and I'm working on my LLC for it. So
Oh, nice.
that's what I got going for me. Other than that, it's just mostly going to the gym and destroying my body because I hate myself sometimes.
I
Real.
understand.
Real.
Well,
What
I
am I,
mean, think
Dakota?
about it. I went chopped liver. I mean, look, all I'm saying is you cannot ask me that question. Um, Other than that, I found out that I can push more weight than I realized. So never underestimate yourself. You're stronger than you think.
Huge.
Hell yeah.
I haven't played the game of the week just yet. I want to get back into streaming. That was my biggest thing. I used to stream. I used to clip people on Fortnite, clip people in Warzone. I used to actually hold the world record for the longest snipe in Warzone before someone beat me.
Interesting.
1,150 meters, dome somebody off an ATV. So I gotta one up somebody. They beat me by I think 50 meters. So I can't let somebody outclass a blind person.
Fair, fair.
That's real.
But other than that, that's just what I got going. And I met Haley, so that's a plus.
That seems important, but okay.
I mean, they asked me what I've done for the past week, and that's about it.
Sounds like it. All right. So, with Collector's Corner out of the way, we are moving on to our download station, Game of the Week. And this week, it is Twinbee for the NES. Now, Kyle, you said you didn't play?
Hell no.
Lame.
Lame.
Okay.
Lame.
So,
No you.
coming
Uh-huh.
in fourth place is Haley with, I don't even know how she did this, but she just said she got 100 points and that was it. I don't even know if it starts. I guess what you do? Kill one enemy?
It starts at 0.
It does
Yes.
start at
Well,
0, so you killed exactly one enemy.
You
and
didn't even
then
get a
Yeah,
bell
I'm
or
pretty
nothing.
amazing.
The
I
first
hit
cloud that
multiple
spawned,
bells. How do you like?
you collect
It
them.
turned blue.
you run into them.
Yeah.
The
You
blue
run
is the
into
It
it,
stickers.
wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't letting me run into him. Cooper just kind of threw me in the deep end and said, "Good
I
luck,
mean,
Haley. Hope you know how to
That's kind
swim."
of
that's
how you're
not
supposed to do it.
really Cooper's fault. That's how NES games work.
Though. That's an NES game. Yeah.
Trial by
So
fire.
you shot one dude and gave up.
No.
No. She shot one
That's
dude and
real,
died
Haley.
3 times in a row.
That's real,
Thank you,
Haley.
Kyle.
That's what happened. She shot one dude and died 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I imagined it was all 5 of you.
That's crazy. Well, coming in third place is Cooper with 158,700 points. In second is me with 166,200 points. And no surprise to those of us that knew, but Alex is in first place with 581,000 points.
Let's
Jesus
go.
Christ, Alex!
He had an insanely good run.
Dude, I
I
figured out how
don't even know how he did that.
I figured out how the power ups combine and stuff. Literally like
Yeah.
20 minutes before the show, and I was like, damn, I don't have enough time.
See, I knew how
But
that worked,
I
but
did not.
I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to get that many.
But yeah, 4 times my
points.
score is crazy.
More like 3.
Basically 4, right under.
Let's go. That 5th stage was brutal. It just zapped my life after life after life after life.
Alex, what level did you get to for that?
5.
Yeah, that is on the screenshot, isn't it? I can't read. I
Yeah.
never learned how to read.
Real.
And 5 was just brutal. Like, I had a good amount of lives still, and it, like, took them all. Basically, that quick.
Yeah. But that breaks Cooper's 2-win streak. So
No, dude, on
yay,
the week I
hooray.
was so busy, bro. Cause like y'all told me like during the weekend, and it's like, oh, cool, I'm working this whole weekend, so I had like no time to like play.
Cooper, you
In my
literally threw
defense,
the game
though.
at me in the 10 minutes prior
Cause
to
Cameron
Cooper
starting
had
the.
a
That's what Cameron told me to, bro.
Would you have been
look.
able to
Cooper
beat
had
that,
a
though, Cooper?
I think
Maybe.
so. Cause I knew how the power ups
Cooper.
combined. Cause if you combine the brown and the white, you get 6 shots at once
Yeah, that's
from
what I
each
was
individual
doing.
ghost.
It did not help.
And then if
Cooper,
you
you gotta
combine that with
speak
the
up. We can't
shield,
hear Dakota.
oh, I'm sorry.
what?
You're
No, I'm
trying to
listening.
say something in Cooper's defense.
Oh no, Cooper had to give up his crown to take it back.
True. You can't stay on top the whole time, bro. That gets boring, you know? It gets boring at the top.
Exactly. You gotta have someone else have it.
Well, the good news is Cooper's not at 4 wins. So, yay.
Yeah, Cooper hasn't completely overshadowed everyone. He's just currently kind of overshadowing everyone with 3 wins. I don't know. We don't do enough downloads or enough competition weeks to really like kind of break it. But
My
Speak
gosh.
for me, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Cooper's last couple wins have been insane. So
I got close in Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
but yeah. So what are some actual thoughts on the game though? Before we
It's
Actually,
fine enough.
I actually really enjoyed it. If I had more time, I think I
Hated
could beat
it. It's a
Alex.
bad game.
That would
Casually
have
Crazy
been
play it.
work.
I choose a different game for next. I did not like this one.
You played
I
it for like
enjoyed
2
it
minutes.
because it's literally just
Okay.
a bullet hell. Like it's the like it's one of the first bullet hells pretty much.
But I
It's
couldn't
pretty
move
fun.
it.
He wants
You use
to
the joystick.
I used the joystick. It didn't move.
Skill issue
You don't know how to
pilot.
play
I
it
just
in,
think-
I guess.
I just
I
don't
think it's
think
pretty
you know how to
solid.
play the game.
Bye.
Literally.
That's crazy. You're not in charge here.
But I liked it. I think it was really
Yeah,
solid.
it's pretty good for an NES game. It would be nice if we
I
had.
definitely would play it over soccer again.
That's not saying much though.
Rush is mad at my sweep in soccer.
Football?
No, soccer. We also played football, but
Tecmo Bowl.
we played. But soccer was
So
an experience.
if someone would to go try to play this game that y'all have played, right? What is the
Mhm.
best platform to find it on?
I mean, the
Probably on the
easiest would
Switch.
probably be the
He doesn't
Switch.
have a Switch.
I mean,
No,
it's
the
also
NES game.
definitely online,
Yeah,
but
probably
that's
online.
not
You
how I
probably
would recommend
pirate
playing it.
Or not pirate, but emulate.
Yeah, I would not recommend.
Yeah,
Feels
the
like a
best.
game that
Yeah.
unless you could get. I mean, I guess NES games are one of those few games that emulating it would keep the frame rate correct. But like, if its frame rate gets off, it's going to be off. It's going to be even harder.
Now, my next question for anybody that would be new to this game that you're playing, what's some advice and tips that you would give out to them?
Make use of the bells. Because
Uh,
I did not know the bells could be combined. I thought each one had like an individual thing, and the different power ups definitely help. The blue power up is a speed boost. It stacks up to 5, which is insane. You can move like crazy fast. I didn't know that until
I
way
did
later.
not get that high in the bells. Fine.
The bells are fun. Oh, the last tower on the first stage, the last tower, you can shoot with the A button to take out the guys on the bottom on the ground. You can use the A button to take them out on the ground.
and they
The
turn into
last
fruit.
guy gives you a split shot.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Did
That-
not know that.
That I did not know.
And also the first cloud on the first stage always gives you a bell.
well,
I
yeah,
think Cooper could have beaten me eventually.
well,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
think
that
I
you
just
got
really-
lucky.
Yeah.
Your score
I-
was insane for a
I kept
first run.
running it back on the first stage just to like kind of learn
First run, it was
everything.
just one of the first few.
I learned the first stage pretty well, and then I just did not have enough time to really do a lot of runs.
Fair. Yeah, I got to a point where I was just resetting if I died on the first stage because I knew I wasn't going to be able to beat my score without massive, you know,
I literally
avoidance
like I got to the
tactics.
point I beat the first boss in like 3 seconds. I was getting to like that point.
Wow. Yeah, I did
And-
not do that.
Yeah, because
Like-
he was picking up way more power ups.
Like I was trying to learn where all the bells, because all the bells spawn in the exact same spot every time.
They do. Correct.
So that's what I was trying to like learn. Best path and stuff.
But you seem to have picked up more bells by the end, because I would
Yeah.
either lose them or destroy them or just pick up gold ones, not the
Not the power.
powered up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the power up ones also, like, you kind of screw up so easily when you're just
You
trying
need
to
the shield.
survive.
The earlier you can get the shield, the better you are off.
Mm,
Because shield has saved me several times.
for sure, for sure.
But yeah, solid game.
Yeah, definitely
Well-
give it a try.
What would you say the difficulty curve is like?
Hard, but it's an NES game.
It's an
Like
NES
It's an
game, like,
arcade.
yeah. That's
It's
the
a
entire
shit-ass
point.
game. Don't play it. It's horrible.
Like Kyle didn't even play, but yeah, like 4 out of 5 from 1 being easy, 5 being like hard. That's like 4 out of 5. I think
It's an NES
Just
game.
'cause
It's
I
gonna
didn't
drop
play-
you into it.
it's
Just
easy to
because I
pick
didn't
up.
play doesn't mean that I know it's not a shit ass game.
It's easy. It's not bad, but yeah, it's easy to pick up. But like it is challenging due to it being like an older game.
I'd say it's super easy. Yeah, I would just.
Like
That's
the further you
literally-
get, the harder it gets. So
The controls are also like inverse to what you would think they were. So your main button is B, and then A is like a bomb or something.
I don't think I realized that.
Okay, maybe it's just me then. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like that's a game I'm gonna have to actually look into and try myself and come back and give y'all my opinion on it. It sounds like y'all hyped that game up enough. I like NDS games, so definitely be on my playlist for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Alright, so moving on to the interesting tidbits. So we've got Yakuza 0 voice cast says new director's cut scenes give a sense of closure.
Probably closer to the end stuff.
I mean, I would hope so. Why else would it give them a sense of closure? Yuri Lowenthal, I will not be returning as Yosuke for the Persona 4 remake. I asked, maybe I even begged, but they don't want me to come back.
He has deleted this post, and technically the game's not announced yet.
That's why he
So
had
that
to
might-
delete it.
Yeah, I think that's why he had to delete it.
It wasn't about him having to, trying to beg to come back. It was the fact that they were like, no, don't announce that yet. GeoGuessr pulls out of Esports World Cup in Saudi Arabia after fan and creator backlash. When you tell us we've got it wrong, we take it seriously. IGN. What do you know about this one, Alex?
I don't know. That's why it's down here. I know there was going to be this GeoGuessr event, and they got paid a lot of money to do it in Saudi Arabia, and people were very mad.
That's okay. So this is from before the last
But
show was
that's
supposed
like
to take place.
that's about all I
Let's
know.
see. All right. GeoGuessr has withdrawn from the Esports World Cup after players and map creator slammed the team for participating in the event that controversially was hosted by Saudi Arabia later this summer. GeoGuessr has 85 million users. This is feeling very similar to the complaints about Disney's Abu Dhabi announcement. So not gonna talk about that on the show because YouTube will demonetize us.
Get shit on, haha.
But yeah, so the subreddit basically was
Joking.
complaining, and GeoGuessr posted a statement saying that they were withdrawing from the event, and yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
GeoGuessr's fun.
GeoGuessr is fun, but you actually have to pay
Dude, some of
attention if
those
you're gonna
people
do
are
that.
insane.
Dude, literally. Look,
Talking about the people that like make it into their job and shit like that.
Yeah, the people who
The
can
YouTubers.
spend. Yeah,
Yeah.
the YouTubers that would primarily be going to something like this, where they can be like, "Oh, I know exactly where."
this light pole is.
Yeah,
This light pole is on the street
Look,
of Squirtle and Charmander in Las Vegas.
literally. But it's like, look, if I see an Alexander Shannara sign, I know exactly. I know the state.
I know the state.
But we all know the state if there's an Alexander Shannara.
Literally.
So Capcom to continue upsizing workforce by 100 employees each year. Good on
let's
Capcom. Everyone else
go.
is
We talk.
cutting, and
Yeah, we talk a lot about on the show people cutting, but I wanted to include
a
Capcom
different
hiring more.
the other side of the coin. Having to hire people. Hiring people is good, especially if those people are new to the industry and don't have experience.
No, numbers go down.
Yeah,
Bad
number
news.
Bad news. Okay, Cooper. Oh, Cooper, here's some news for you. Multiverses officially closes down and is delisted.
Yeah, I've been posting like a couple different things.
Are you
Like
gonna
they
say
have.
"Let's go"? Or are you gonna be like, "Ah"?
I'm like upset that I spent $100, and I think Kyle is too.
Yeah, but honestly, don't give a shit.
But it
I didn't play
happened.
it.
So.
I didn't play it anyway.
That's worse.
That's worse.
Cal's like, I spent $100. I don't care
But the game
because I didn't
sucked
play
after the
it.
beta, so I
That's what I'm
literally just
saying. Like
didn't play it
the
all that
second, the
much.
second it came, yeah, the second it came back from the closed beta, I didn't play it anymore because it was absolute AIDS. I don't care at that point.
Yeah, but like here's a thread of like all the unreleased stuff too,
Yep, I saw that.
which
I also
there's a
saw.
lot: stages, character skins, everything.
That's crazy.
And you know
Well,
what's crazier? It probably all would have been absolute dog water.
Oh yeah,
there's that team working on Multiverses Rewind already, so
yeah, I saw that like one of the projects. Yeah,
so
and then
Multiverses
they'll
Rewind.
probably.
What the hell?
I don't. It's not Rewind. I just don't remember what they're calling it, but it's something weird.
yeah,
Where they said we have no original ideas. Let's take someone else's flopped one and make it our own.
Correct.
correct.
Oh yeah.
Um, Where were we? Stellar Blade has removed the region lock. Game now available in nearly 250 regions worldwide. That's good.
Oh yeah, and the annoying thing. Yeah, that's
Stellar
fine.
Blade had a region lock on it before.
No, just for Steam.
Oh.
It had like only 50 or so regions that it was
Mm.
going to be sold in. It's not out yet, so on Steam
Yeah.
yet.
But the annoying thing is, like for multiverses, like if you didn't log in between February and May, you lost all your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who can you even sue?
Nobody, because technically they had a thing that's like, this is digital content or something, like a digital like license or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
They
crazy.
said if you don't,
So legally,
they
you can.
basically
That's disgusting.
said if you don't play our game, you don't get to keep anything that you spent money on. No matter if you spent fucking $100 when the game first came out to try to support our thing,
Literally,
they didn't give a fuck.
no.
No, it's
You
not.
know, sometimes it just feels easier to take Square Enix's approach of this game did really well, but it did not do well enough for us.
Yeah.
Pretty fair. And look, Square still makes good games.
Yeah.
So clearly
They just complain they
they
don't
got
sell
something
enough.
figured out. Yeah, clearly they got something figured out.
Yeah, it's called bitch that we don't sell enough.
Literally. No. Keep selling the same game, and then be shocked that it doesn't sell well.
So, from the big Shigeru Miyamoto interview, I see Nintendo as a talent agency, and we have within our roster a lot of talented characters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean they do both in terms of like who they have, in real life and the wide variety of actual game characters. They appeal to a lot of people for sure.
Here we go.
Miyamoto was also at Epic Universe. Um, he was there for opening day.
Oh yeah, so was Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, but Miyamoto came
He was
out.
at Epic Universe.
That makes
It's kind of
sense.
fire.
Yeah, Miyamoto came out of one of the pipes. Specifically the Nintendo pipe, because
well, that's not as cool.
It's also pretty.
I mean,
It's also
pipe's
pretty
cool and
fire.
all, but like Jeff Keighley literally bought everybody like the Donkey Kong ice cream.
Yeah, bro, laying down the pipe is cool and all, but are you Miyamoto?
True. But Donkey Kong ice cream.
Yeah, which I
mean, that is pretty fire.
I will be having that this weekend.
I also will be having that this
I'll
weekend.
also be having that this weekend.
Haley, come on, join us. Alex, come on, join us.
She's getting dinner right now.
I mean,
I quite literally do not give a shit.
It's like the one thing I know I'm buying.
Here's Jeff's tweet about it. He spent like over $3,000.
Who's gonna buy me all the merch I want and not expect reimbursement?
You.
You.
No.
Yeah, you.
And yes, I am buying the Donkey cream.
For everybody, dude, let's go!
Let's go! Thank you, Haley. Thank you. You're so nice, Haley. Thank
Now,
you.
Cooper Holt, do we want to talk about how much money you have in your bank account right now?
$0. $0.
Lies.
Plus the
I know
ones
that's
and 2 your zeros.
I know that's a fucking lie. I know that's a fucking lie.
Cooper's broke.
Whataburger don't pay
he
me,
had to
bro.
fix
They
his
don't
car.
pay me at all.
Cooper. Cameron, he's earned all that money back and
I'm
more.
not.
He has definitely not earned $4,000 back.
He hasn't made it back
I haven't
yet.
earned $4,000 back.
I was like, he hasn't made it back yet, but he has definitely made a pretty good chunk of change from Whataburger already.
No, they don't pay me. I work for free.
Oh, is that right? I happen to be able to pull up the pay stub. I happen to be able to pull up the pay stub and prove that you get paid.
Really?
Yeah, catch me next time I'm in the office. I can pull up and prove that you're on the fucking payroll.
Dang, Cooper.
Dang.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You can't be saying nothing now.
That's crazy.
I have the power to leverage it over you.
I would like to say that evidence that he's gonna bring is fabricated, and nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's
Your
Photoshop.
Honor? Nuh-uh.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Wait, I'm
Fuck
Your
that.
Honor. Hooray.
My fault, OG. My bust slime.
What?
I didn't know we was
Okay.
chill like that.
Um.
I didn't know we was chill like that.
Anyways, Mario. So Nintendo devs have confirmed that Mario Kart World wouldn't have run at 60 FPS on the original Nintendo Switch, but it was, way back in 2017, it was going to be a Mario, for Mario Kart for the Switch, and then it just got
What
too big.
world was?
Yeah,
Yeah, because the Switch is a potato.
true.
Literally.
Uh, Nintendo Switch 2 game chat requires a phone number to protect players. So
I'll be right back.
a lot of people about to not be able to use the C button.
Do they get banned for being racist?
That's a good thing. Let's see. So we also have some Game Boy NSO updates. We have Survival Kids, Gratis the Interstellar Assault, Kirby's Star Stacker, and the Sword of Hope. Hooray!
Okay, lineup.
Games. Pokemon. So this was through the Nintendo News app, like the Nintendo Switch News app. But I don't actually know what the actual name is. Pokemon Legends ZA is releasing on October 16th, 2025.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
there's also going to be a Pokemon Direct on July 22nd, 2025. I think that was announced first, actually. And then they went, hey, you can also buy the game in October. So obviously, we are getting ZA shown off at the Direct, and hopefully, the next proper Pokemon game alongside it. And
See, I just hope they don't do the we released the game. We're talking about releasing the game, so go watch this, so this would fund the game. I hope that's not what they're trying to do.
nah, they don't normally put ads in the Directs. That ain't Nintendo style.
Yeah, the Direct itself is the ad.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
true. You can get the Direct as an ad on YouTube. Some people have said they have gotten it, which is kind of funny. All right, and last but not least, what you got, Coop?
I meant like the Direct itself is an ad. Like,
I mean, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Because it's all it's all about whatever the next purchase is.
The next big thing.
This is not the last thing.
Well, last but not least, for the interesting tidbits, is the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom will have a mobile app with, or an app in the NSO app, which has been mentioned before, but we have more info on it. You can use it to keep track of the Legend of Zelda amiibo that you have tapped into the game, and every 5 days, at least from the way I read it, you'll unlock an extra amiibo tap for that amiibo.
Terrible.
This is so you're having to use an app to unlock content that you actively paid for because the amiibo costs money. And I'm gonna be so honest with you. After you get all the amiibo exclusive stuff, it's kind of hard to be like, yep, let me use the amiibo for multiple days in a row. So this week's old but interesting tidbit is from me, and in honor of Epic Universe, our Epic Universe All Night Gamers Weekend trip. The partnership between Universal and Nintendo was announced back in May 2015, a full decade before Super Nintendo World would open at Universal Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida.
Yep. And we've been excited since.
Yeah. Ever since the partnership was announced, especially, I mean, technically, like the first mention of the theme park was in late. It was like November 2016, but the first mention of the partnership itself was way 10 years ago from last month. And moving on to rumor roundup. PH Brazil said the next Nintendo Direct will be on Switch 2 launch week or the week after. Is that the one that they're now saying isn't going to happen? Is that all the rumor people said it's no longer happening?
Those rumor people
That look, they just try to cover their tracks by being like, "Oh, it's good." I mean, look, if you say it can happen and it cannot happen, one of those has to be right.
Mhm.
The sun will come up tomorrow, or it won't. Both of those statements are possibilities, I guess.
literally. Hey, there might be a direct tomorrow, or it might be canceled.
Or it might be canceled.
Like,
You don't know.
I could be right. I could be right. Either way, I'm right.
Either way, I'm right. If I say it can and or won't happen, then I'm right. Oh gosh. So now canceled, Black Panther game would reportedly have had T'Challa's son taking on the Skrull. Is this because we can't have T'Challa anymore?
So it would have. So this is one. I forgot the other one. There's one where it's you would have played. There were like 4 playable characters. I don't know. It was like T'Challa, his son, or maybe T'Challa as I don't know. There's a lot of things coming out about this game, and I really didn't read it because who cares about a game not? But there were at least 3 playable characters. I think it's T'Challa's son, but he's named the same.
Okay, I'm
Shuri
back.
and Killmonger
Huh?
fighting for the crown.
What are y'all talking about, Black Panther?
Cancel the EA game.
What?
There was supposed to be an EA game for Black Panther, and they canceled it.
Lamau? Shit on, I guess.
But they went way too hard on like a conceptual stage for a new team. It was going to be like 3 playable characters: T'Challa's son, Shuri, and Killmonger fighting to be the next Black Panther.
Oh.
But you could have played any of them.
See, I thought you were gonna say they went way too hard on microtransactions because that's typical.
No,
EA.
they went way too hard on
That is typical EA.
Yeah, but that would have been brought in later.
the conceptual stage. Like this was a new team. They should have been making like closer to something AA and then been like, let's go crazy.
EA doesn't
Oh,
do
I
double
see
A
what you mean.
games.
Like they spent 4 years or whatever and didn't have anything to show the heads at EA.
So what you're saying is that they should have built like a foundation and then went big.
Yeah. On the next one.
I got you.
Were they trying to use like a completely brand new engine, or were they
It
just
How do you
probably
have nothing to show?
4
After-
years is a
Well, they didn't-
long time.
they didn't
bro.
have nothing to show. They
Mhm.
just didn't have anything.
Yeah, but having
Like,
nothing
worthwhile.
worthwhile to show after 4 years.
Yeah, they had like conceptual stuff to show.
Yeah, like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, you could have a whole game in 4 years. You could have multiple whole games. And
You
some
could have a presidency
teams
in 4
do.
years. Like,
Yeah, that's also true.
I'm pretty sure. Hang on.
What you got?
Dude, the Confederacy. Dude, that was only 4 years. I had to double check that.
The
You had to
Confederacy.
double check it?
I had to double check. I had to make sure. It was only 4 years.
That's crazy.
Bruh.
Like, there's so much that could happen in 4 years.
And you can't.
Dude, multiverses shut down in less than 4
Yeah,
years. Like,
like multiverses came onto the scene and died.
came on the scene, died, came back, died again.
Bro, I finished high school in 4 years. Come on, dude.
Real.
Oh my gosh, that's shocking.
Hmm?
That's shocking.
I finished in Kyle in 2 minutes.
I think-
Like,
Wow, cheating on me already? Damn.
Back really itchy.
Sorry, honey boo boo. He was cheating on you before you even came about.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but at least he says I'm better than you, so.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I believe that. He
Y'all are-
hates my
y'all are-
ass.
Y'all are insane.
Ew.
Okay, but moving on.
moving
Uh,
on, yeah.
Xenoblade
Please.
Chronicles X Definitive Edition is included in the list of enhanced games for Microsoft Edge Game Assist.
So it changed to Xenoblade Chronicles X, and now it's completely removed. So basically, it's AI slop, and the thing just went, I need a game for X. Xenoblade.
That's crazy.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's okay.
X is for Xbox.
X is for
So
Xbox.
X is for
It's
Xbox.
it's got to be an Xbox game, just like the 64 and Mario 64 stands for Nintendo 64.
That makes sense.
Yeah, see.
That's crazy.
So
No, it
the
doesn't.
X has to stand for Xbox.
Yeah, bad. This is why we
It
shouldn't
has
be
been
using
removed
AI.
off the list because I went and looked.
Fair. Insomniac Games hinting at multiplayer game in development. Is this that Spider-Man game that was in the leak?
Probably. That I
Or did
thought
that
was
get-
canceled, but maybe.
I would
We
imagine.
don't know
it.
anymore. We don't know what Insomniac's working on anymore.
I mean, Sony's probably trying to protect him after the massive leak.
They might have just dropped everything after their leak. Because we should have. Hopefully we hear about Wolverine this week.
We'll see. All right, and then we have a compilation of games that could be at Summer Game Fest based on rumors, evidence, or speculation. Oh, okay. So BioShock 4, or the movie, or the remake. Sonic Racing Crossroads, probably with a release date. Deadpool VR by Twisted Pixel. Project 007. What?
That's also done here. I didn't realize I put it twice.
Oh,
Marvel's Deadpool.
featuring Neil Patrick
Featuring-
Harris. That's okay, interesting. Little Nightmares 3 release date. Liza P. Overture release date.
You excited,
Mhm.
Kyle? Both of those are for
I am.
you.
I am.
Don't worry, we're probably gonna we're gonna find some time to keep up to date on this while everyone's here, because that's it's a very busy weekend.
Mhm.
Tomb Raider reboot. She's going back again, boys. She's gonna learn how to be
No,
the
this
Tomb
is-
Raider again.
No.
Yay, my love
This is
Laura
supposed
Croft.
to be. This is supposed to be combined timelines. 3 different series of games. All combined.
That sounds worse. You know
Where
what?
in this one, her parents were alive, and in this one, her parents were.
Yeah.
And in this one,
Her parents didn't show up to her birth.
Bruh.
Neither of my parents showed up on the day of my actual birth.
Big doof.
Yes, thank you, Haley. That was in fact the reference. The Wolf Among Us 2. These crossovers.
Among Us.
Crazy. Yeah, Among Us.
Among Us.
2K's Small
Bruh.
Axe.
nobody cares about 2K.
Congrats, 2K. You're releasing a game.
Wait, are those the Civilization guys?
2K does. 2K releases Civ, but Firaxis makes Civ.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't 2K also do Borderlands? Or am I confusing that with something else?
No, Gearbox makes Borderlands.
Let's see. Street Fighter 6 Season 3 trailer. Actually, could you not do any more Street Fighter if you're going to charge $40 for the amiibo cards?
Can we not
Yeah,
do
get out of here,
season-
Capcom. Fuck you.
Can we quit
Yeah.
doing
Can we
seasons, by
just-
the way?
Fuck you,
Facts.
Capcom.
So just-
As I'm playing Monster Hunter.
Could we just get like the full game?
What were you
like-
gonna say, Dakota?
Oh no, I said facts. Too many Street Fighter games.
Also true.
No, I mean the number of games isn't the problem. It is, but it
It is.
like in, especially Street
There
Fighter
should be
2.
only
Bro,
one.
There should not be like 18 Street Fighter 2s. But
I think that's your name.
my actual issue is they're charging $40 for the amiibo cards. And,
Bro, but Chi-Yu, bro. Chi-Yu.
Chi-Yu?
Yeah, is that the...
Chun
I might be
Li.
thinking of the wrong... Chun-Li! Chun-Li,
Chi-Yu.
bro! Chun-Li!
Chi-Yu.
Okay, Kyle.
What the hell is he talking about?
The one that was in Fortnite, bro. I don't fucking know.
Okay, Kyle.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Some guns on Fortnite! Oh my god!
All right. There might be a Persona 4 remake mention. Maybe. We don't know.
Hopefully.
Didn't they already have one?
No.
No,
well,
like a proper remake.
no. Okay, so Golden, I guess, is kind of, but like, when did Persona 4 originally release? I don't remember off the top of my head. It was a PS2 game though. So then they released on the Vita. You had Golden, which is kind of, it's not a remake because it still uses all the things, but it adds a lot and overhauls a lot.
Okay.
This would be closer to Persona 3's Reload, which is funny because Persona 4 initially was like, the rumors for it is that they're going to basically use Persona 3 Reload as like their starting point, and then this will be like
Ooh.
like a ROM hack is kind of, not really, but like that's the idea. You kind
So
of build
basically-
on the assets.
Okay.
Which is really funny because that's what Persona 4 was initially. It was built on Persona 3 and people call it like a ROM hack of Persona 3. It's not. They're made by Atlas and the same teams, but they use a lot of the same things. It's why in 4 you go to Tatsumi Port for your vacation. Is because that's the town from 3. And they had the assets already.
Oh.
That's one way to do it.
Cut costs, yeah.
Imagine cutting cost.
Just fire all your employees.
True. So let's
True.
see. The finals. I vaguely remember that. Season 7 trailer / Arc Raiders release date. Okay. Dying Light, The Beast release date. The second Death Stranding or Stranding type game, boys. Death Stranding 2.
Dude, let's go. Is I can't think of the actor name, but is that guy
Daryl.
gonna be back? Daryl, yeah.
I think he's required to be back.
I'm
He's the
pretty
main
sure he's
character.
back.
He's gonna have another baby that we.
No.
exit the mouth of.
The baby is definitely born.
No.
That you know, I think that's how that works actually.
No, because I've seen this image.
Okay. Mina the Hollower. I don't remember that one.
It is a game made by Yacht Club Games.
Oh, interesting.
They've been working on it for a while.
Let's see. Screenfire Germany. First trailer
Nice
for
Photoshop,
Resident Evil
Alex.
9.
Nice.
From Screenfire Germany. The first trailer for Resident Evil 9 will be at Summer Game Fest with a Q1 2026 release window.
Okay,
Nobody's
this
playing that
guy
trash.
is wrong all the time, so it's probably wrong. But like, Resident Evil 6 or 9 might be there, but it won't be because this guy was right.
Yeah. Nobody's playing the trash anybody, bro. Everybody is gonna be
All
hopping
right,
on.
Cooper, you're about to come here, and we're
Crazy
gonna
work,
fight.
dog. That's crazy work.
Everybody trying to hop on Among Us instead.
And then
No.
Okay, and that was the last of the games. From
Wait,
Windows
no,
Central / Jez
One
Coden.
more.
No, we already talked about the Deadpool VR game.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. From Windows Central / Jez Coden, Xbox's handheld Pembroke has been sidelined for now as Microsoft doubles down on Windows 11 PC gaming handheld optimization. Yeah, Microsoft, just give up. You were so smart to give up. And Xbox is in talks with PC storefront owners, including Steam's Valve, to integrate them in future hardware. Okay, Microsoft. You own half the industry, but okay.
Mhm.
And now it is time for our finishing topic. This week's finishing topic is, what do you want to see most at Summer Game Fest for this week? But first, Cooper, you have some questions to answer. And
Okay.
Haley and Dakota, y'all can also answer if you so wish. So, what is your favorite Metroidvania?
None of them. Trash.
Not an answer.
Not an answer.
What?
Didn't we do this one already?
We
Yes,
did. Cooper,
we did,
Cooper
but
didn't.
I
Cooper
wasn't there,
missed,
I
and he's
guess,
got to
yeah.
answer because Cameron was putting
Because I'm keeping
the
track
games
of
on.
Yeah, so we don't have to go back to them later.
Gotcha.
Mine was Dread, and Grant's was Super. Or, no, Fusion.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played any of them. It's about Metroid, right?
The,
The
the whole
genre,
genre,
not just
not just
Metroid.
Metroid.
But Grant and mine were Metroids. So
Let me make sure I understand the question a little bit better. Oh, it's basically a 2D platform. Okay.
well, kind of.
Oh,
But yeah.
Dead Cells. Dead Cells.
Dead Cells is fun.
See, all I can think is like just a bunch of platformers. Because Super Meat Boy's fun, but that's a platformer.
That's a
Celeste is
platformer.
fun, but that's a platformer. I don't know. I don't really play Metroidvanias.
Okay.
I like Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight's fun.
It is a Metroidvania. Yep.
I mean, I'll say the one reason I do like Hollow Knight because to me it is very very much skill based. I can't tell how many times I've died playing that game.
Are you trying to say you're unskilled?
Have you not played one, Cooper?
I bite my thumb at the.
Real.
All right,
Dang,
Mercutio.
that's hater, bro.
Did you
Deserved.
play?
Hater activity biting your
This
thumb
looks
at
like
me.
a game you played. Cooper, did you play Guacamole?
Guacamole.
I guess not. It just looks like
What
a
game are
game
y'all
you
on about?
Metroidvania.
We're talking about Metroidvania.
You know, I think the next one I want to try is a Castlevania. I don't think I've played any of the Castlevanias, and I think that might be.
We've been talking about how
Yeah, we've mentioned that a couple times as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really play Metroidvanias, so I really don't know.
You should play Dread.
Low-key, nah.
All right, fight me, boy. You're about to come down here.
You just said that
Yup.
Cooper.
You know, that's a really good threat.
This is gonna fight everybody, Cameron.
Sounds like it.
I'll get
Oh,
the
One
dude.
chance
person
to fight
is
it.
7.
What, Cooper?
This site considers Super Mario Maker 2 a Metroidvania, so that's my favorite Metroidvania.
That's fucking
I
crazy,
can't.
bro.
I can't.
I'm
That
allow
not-
is
that.
so
I
fucking
cannot
hate
crazy.
that.
Hell no.
They also
Hell
consider
no,
Monster Hunter Rise and Pokemon Sword also Metroidvania.
Hell no,
Those are
dog.
not.
Look, I like all of these games, but fuck no, they ain't Metroidvanias.
That ain't right. You can't count games
See,
that are
Illusion
clearly
Island is a Metroidvania. It is like baby's first Metroidvania.
and you can't attack anything.
You can't fight anything. Yeah. But it is a Metroidvania. It would fall because like you get things and that's how you unlock things. So it would fall under it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're constantly backtracking.
Yeah. Mario is not.
Cooper, at best, I would maybe give you Luigi's Mansion.
But that's not
No.
2D.
Yeah, that's not real. I mean, I guess they don't have to be. Cooper, you ever play Shantae?
I'm not. Oh,
He doesn't-
Half-Life, bro. Because you backtrack a lot in Half-Life.
It's still not.
It's still not, though.
The Metroidvanias are more like you get this so that you can go back and unlock more areas.
Oh.
But that's not really what they are because then Resident Evil would be a Metroidvania. And it's not really.
I don't know. I guess I'll say Shantae, but like, I you know.
Cooper's like, I haven't really played one.
I really haven't, yeah.
He's played Metroid 1 for the show.
Did he even
True.
play that one? Were you there for that day, Coop?
I think I was there. I don't. Hang on, I'll find it. Oh, I did. Metroid 2: Return of Samus. Apparently, I liked it.
Do you want that to be your answer?
No, because I
Metroid
remember
2.
playing it for like 10 minutes and then going, it's alright.
That's crazy.
Where does that go?
Crazy work.
Actively trying to piss Alex off.
Duh, it's easy.
I don't know. Metroidvania is just, they kind of bore me personally.
No, they're great. You need to actually play one.
Yeah, I'll say Shantae.
Okay. Haley, do you want to throw
Which
one
one?
into the
Half-Life Genie?
Yeah, I guess the first
Metroid?
one.
No, I don't play anything.
That's what I said. That's not an answer though. You can just go
I
none.
have
Well,
never. Okay,
You're a
unless
main
counting-
on
listen,
the podcast, Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper.
Listen. Unless we are counting playing like the characters in Smash Bros, I
We
don't
are
count playing the
We're not.
game. All right, then I've never played it.
Don't care.
Okay.
Ha ha. Ha ha.
Who
Ha ha.
cares?
What? Take it back.
Cooper's got to play more games.
No, I'm not taking that back,
sounds
Kyle.
like
Why? Please?
Cause y'all are cause y'all are effers.
Now
You're
you
a
keep
heifer.
calling
How about
people
that?
cows.
Yeah, that's so rude. I'm
Not
gonna call
just
you a
cows, I'm
heifer.
calling I'm calling y'all
that's so
female
ru-
cows.
Cameron,
That's
if
so
you're looking for
rude.
the correct name of the Shantae game, it's Half Genie here.
You shouldn't be acting like a heifer then, and I wouldn't
Oh,
call you it.
gosh.
You're a heifer.
Yeah, my hip feelings are so hurt.
I know they are.
All
I know
right,
they
we
are.
got to get a move on.
Yeah, the show's gone. Okay. We're gonna hold off on getting Cooper's other answers because he can't even get him the first question. So what games are we excited for? There's no
There's-
Nintendo games, so
Wait, do you not want me to answer the other questions?
Well, do you have answers for them?
Yeah,
Or are they
dude.
going to be, I don't know?
Well, I've answered that second one. I feel like that's one of our ending topics before. Which game do you wish you could experience for the first time again?
I think we have done a similar one. Or maybe
But
it's just always been on the sheet.
no, I've definitely answered it before. Because it was Minecraft, and that still stands. I mean,
Okay.
not knowing anything going in with no knowledge
I
or
feel like
anything, having to
Minecraft,
figure out things out.
Minecraft would be rough now, though.
Minecraft today, yeah, absolutely not. But Minecraft back then, absolutely.
Okay. And what about a game you want to?
Mm, 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 that's a hard one. Actually, it's a hard one. Because I only play good games.
I only play good games is crazy.
That is actually wild.
Cooper, you literally play a.
Exactly.
Tell
Good
him, bro.
games
He
only.
plays Among Us, and that doesn't count as a
You know
good
what?
game. Tell him right
No,
now.
Exactly.
Metroid 2: Return of Samus.
Oh, you're funny.
Thanks.
He thinks he is.
I
Yeah.
have to think about that one. I'm actually not too sure.
All right.
And then
Okay.
the last one. Name a game that you would not enjoy playing now if you forgot everything you know about it. I mean, if I forgot everything about Minecraft, I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to pick it all back up.
Yeah,
but
would you enjoy it now without all that previous time investment?
honestly, yeah, because it's not really a sunk cost fallacy. I can just go like autistic and just build a bunch of different stuff. That's
Yeah,
pretty
you
fun to
definitely
me.
are autistic.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
for sure. But like, I don't know if it's not something. I think I'd still enjoy playing it. Like, it's not really something that requires like, yeah, does the knowledge help? Yeah, but like, you don't need it necessarily. You can figure things out really quickly. It's not like a hard game. Now beating it, yeah, that's a different story. Trying to, figure out how to get to the nether, get to the end without any like help, yeah, that'd be pretty hard for the first time. But just playing to play, I mean, that's not bad at all.
Okay.
But
And all right. Well, since you're already up, do you have any games you're excited for this week?
you know what? Is
No.
Nintendo going to be there?
No.
No. Nintendo does their own thing.
Well, that's fun. I'm most excited to still, I had to pull up the name. Give me a second. I'm excited for Kirby and the Forgotten Land 2. That's a good game. The
But
first
the
one was
question
really
is
good.
for this week.
It's going to be, what are you most excited for at Summer Game Fest this weekend? The show that we
the game
watched
event
before.
with Jeff Keighley.
You know what? Probably the next EA game, FIFA 2026.
You don't even play FIFA.
I don't know. You said Nintendo's not there. I don't really play much other. You know what? Among Us. I bet Among Us 3D will be there. I'd be surprised if they don't bring up
that
Among Us
will
3D.
probably be
valid.
there, but you could be like, I'm excited for the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remakes because they'll probably show up.
No, because those
Even
collector's
though-
editions.
You don't care about that.
Those
Among
collector's
Us.
editions are over $100, and they have nothing to them except little acrylic stands that are like 2
Well,
cents to print.
I sent you 3 being not very cheap, and you ignored me.
When? Where?
Why?
How?
How?
No, I already said it.
Who cares, Cameron?
That's crazy.
Yeah, you tell him. Who cares, Cameron? Who cares?
You were about to say Haley, Kyle.
Huh?
Huh?
We all
I've
heard
got
it.
answers.
We all
What'd you
definitely
say,
heard it.
Haley?
You're about
Cameron,
to
I'll
say,
go.
who cares, Haley?
Oh, I was for sure.
That would've
You
been
I
said,
fun.
wait a
definitely-
second.
I definitely was about to say that too.
I heard the math going in your head like, wait, that's not the right hold.
Yeah, I know, bruh.
Tired.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I really
yeah.
am sorry.
What am
So-
I?
Did you just say no?
What am I excited about?
I got
Uh,
it, Cameron.
Are you
Probably
ever actually sorry?
Resident Evil. I feel like that's one of the games we know about. That's probably the one I'm
Well,
most
we
hyped
don't
about.
know about it. It's just
But like,
awesome.
most
It's
likely,
likely. Dude,
Yeah.
Multiverses 2, they're gonna come back strong,
they
guys.
will. They're going to come back harder. It's crazy.
Worse.
Even worse.
Multiverses 2,
They're gonna be an alpha. They're gonna
the
be an alpha
worsening.
stage. Dude,
You
even
can't
though
even
they
jump.
shut down Player First Games, I'm pretty sure the people who like worked on it. I'm pretty
Probably.
sure
Yeah, they did. So
yeah, I thought
yeah,
so.
Karen, same here. Resident Evil. If there's either a Resident Evil or Persona or
Something.
Yakuza's game, I will be very happy. Just something I want to play. That's for sure. Or something that I'm like, hey, that looks pretty good. But I've played that game before, so I definitely want one of the games. One of those three. I
Yeah.
feel like they're the most likely. Or what was that other one? Project Century that RGG is working on.
Fair.
Wolverine be pretty cool, but I will be shocked if it's there.
Yeah, I'd be shocked at
Magic the Gathering's gonna be at Summer Game Fest.
Yes, but
Bandai
nobody
Namco.
cares.
Crazy. Sega being there could be cool. Rare's there? Is that what that R is?
No, that's our. Is it an R with a star?
R with like a lightning bolt?
What?
It's same row as Sega. Like 2 over. There's Razor,
Blumhouse
Sega,
Games will be there, so there will be like a small horror game.
PlayStack, Atari. Dude, Pong 2. Oh, okay, this might be peak.
Bruh.
That'd be pretty funny. It'd be horrible, but it'd be funny. What are we
Nintendo
looking
Switch
for?
2. You lied. Nintendo is gonna be there.
No, Nintendo. Well, they might show one thing, but like, don't expect.
Probably just talk about the Switch and go, here you go.
Buy
Okay,
a
I
Switch
found the
2.
R. I don't know this symbol. I can see why you think Rare. Is that what Rare looks like now?
I have no idea.
Why don't you look it up?
Oh, I am 8-bit does some. Oh, Devolver Digital? Oh, dude, okay.
He doesn't know how.
Revolver's always
CD
there.
Apparently.
CD
Googling
Project.
is hard.
Bro is absolutely retarded.
Yes, that is Rare's symbol now.
No, that's not Rare.
No, I
They've
don't think
still
so.
got the classic.
Rare Replay.
Yeah, they're still using the R that you would think it is.
Yeah, I thought so. Square Enix. Dude, wait. Oh, wait, hang on. Kingdom Hearts might get brought up, right?
Oh,
Probably
Kingdom
not.
Hearts might get brought up, and that will be if that's brought
If
up. I'll
Kingdom
be
Hearts
the
is an
most
option,
ecstatic
then
person.
that would be the one
I
I'm most excited about. But I'm not holding my
I
breath
just,
on that.
yeah, I'm not gonna put on the clown makeup.
Oh, they'll definitely bring up Dragon Quest, if nothing else.
Yeah, they're releasing 2 remakes.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna bring that up. They might bring up Kingdom Hearts news, maybe.
They
I'm
might
not-
bring up Final Fantasy 7-3. They might bring up the 9 remake that's been rumored for 3 years.
Yeah,
We don't know.
I'm not holding my breath on.
Dude, but
Square
Nintendo
being
being
fast.
Nintendo Switch 2, they're gonna imagine they drop Wii Fit 2. That would be huge.
That would be
Gosh.
crazy because they don't use the Wii
Isn't
branding.
that Plus?
Wii Fit Plus 2. Dude,
Cooper,
Isn't that Ring Fit?
Cooper, I don't know this symbol. I can't find
for
it.
boxing.
R with lightning.
That's what
I
I
already
looked
looked it up that way.
You know, I didn't find it looking it up like that.
Wow, amazing, Cooper. Clap your hands.
Gaming company. Yeah.
Are you talking about Magic when you talk about or are you talking about something else?
No, Magic the Gathering has its own thing. This is like R with like a lightning bolt symbol.
Okay, I've gone to the website and you can't click the box, which is really annoying. That's what I was like, I can now do this. I'll just go to the website. Can't even click it. Search with Google Lens. Not good. Google will not know what
Pocket pair?
really
No,
fun.
that's the devs behind Power World.
Raw Power Games. Never heard of them. It's a mobile thing, I think. There we go. I got it.
Nice.
Yeah. They're based in Denmark.
Oh, so they get to go to the Lego company whenever they want.
The reason we've never
Wait.
heard of them.
They've done Hogwarts
Legacy.
Legacy and stuff.
I was going to say the poor babies.
Raw Power Games.
Yeah, they
I
did
was gonna say,
Hogwarts Legacy, Rise, Sons of Rome, Witchers, The Wild Hunt, Lords of the Fallen, Subnautica, Warhammer, Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto
Online.
Online. I don't know what they've done with those games, but apparently they've been involved with them.
It probably helped, like, the thing.
Yeah, because they're not the main on any of those.
Uh-uh.
They've got no unannounced project. They've got an unannounced medieval game.
Oh, that's cool.
Is what's on their website.
Wait, that actually looks...
That's what they're working on. I don't know where you're like, they helped with Hogwarts Legacy.
It says it on Google, Alex.
It says it on Google. Heard. Well,
In fact, both... And
their own website doesn't list that.
I don't know. Cooper and I both saw it, though.
Wait, what?
Cooper apparently will make stuff up.
Apparently.
I
Wait.
believe it.
Dude, Amazon Games, bro. The Luna, bro. Let's go.
Oh, Luna's
bro.
dead, and we're so excited.
We're bringing it back. Luna 2.
Oh no, Fortnite's gonna be there. It's so over.
Look, Alex, it literally on their website
Oh.
it says an experienced team, and then it shows all their games, and you're saying, nah, that don't exist.
Speaking of which,
I went to their website.
I forgot to bring this up.
I'm on their website.
I forgot to bring this up earlier, but Fortnite hit its lowest player count in the past 2 years.
Let's go.
And it was only Cooper.
That's
No, I
real,
haven't played
dude.
it once.
Oh, the new James Bond game will probably be there. I see IOI, yeah. And that's what they're working on.
Steam. Oh, they might bring up Steam Deck 2. Imagine.
We don't even, and none of us had the first one.
Grant has
does.
Grant has.
Does he really?
Wait, does he have the OLED one or does he have
He has
just a
both.
standard one?
He has both.
I think he has
Because he
both.
gave the
He bought one and then he wanted the.
he wanted the OLED and gave his old one to Joel.
That's right.
Yeah, but I've been wanting to get one for a while, but I'm like holding out because I'm like they should be announcing a second one at some point. I'll be
I
surprised
think
if they
it's still
didn't.
a while off.
Cooper, get it, and then they'll announce it the next day.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. But they sold out.
Yeah.
Like, they got rid of a lot of the older ones, like the old, like smaller LCDs and stuff, or like the smaller gigs. They pushed those all out, so now it's I assume it'd be like.
Thank you for yawning in our ears, Kyle.
Yeah, thanks for.
You're
yawning,
welcome.
Kyle.
Are you sleepy now?
You're acting like you're tired or
Nope.
something.
Yes.
You're acting like you've been like.
Why are you
Good.
tired, Kyle? You haven't been
I am
traveling all
tired.
day.
I am
Alright.
tired, bro.
We got anything else?
Yeah.
Nope.
Traveling is freaking.
Wait.
Horrible, bro.
Better get used to it because you're gonna be traveling in 2 days.
In 2 days.
2 days.
I
He's
know.
literally gonna be sleeping in the back of the car the whole time. Him and Cooper are gonna be cuddling in the back, and I'll be the only one.
What?
I see it happening now.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Is that,
Would you prefer we cuddled in the front and had three people
look,
across
Hell
the?
no.
You had
let's-
3 people across
guys,
Hell
the
no.
front of the car and
Guys.
nobody in the back.
guys,
Don't be touching me while y'all are
We're
cuddling.
trying to close the show.
It is time.
Wait. Why do I know?
Hey, can we quit derailing Cameron's thing real quick?
Yeah.
No, I don't give a fuck about derailing Cameron.
That's crazy. All right.
Wait, real quick.
What?
Is
Why
it
do I
on
know
topic?
Why do I know Annapurna?
Because they made a horror game, I think.
Okay, I've seen that name before. Why do I know them?
All right. As some last little.
Oh, they made the cat one. Stray. They made Stray.
Oh, interesting.
That's why I know them. Okay.
As
Sorry.
a last little thing, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom has music on the Nintendo Music app now.
Let's go.
No one cares.
Woohoo.
That's crazy. But yeah, so that's gonna be it from us tonight on the All Night Gamers. Thank you so much for listening. Please let us know over on the YouTube side, what's your favorite things that are possible for Summer Game Fest are. Are you getting the Switch 2, which comes out this evening? The evening this show launches. Midnight for East Coast, 11 p.m. for Central. So on and so forth. Are you picking it up tonight? Let us know. Make sure you listen wherever you get your podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube.com/StormwindGames. And yeah, definitely, come back next week where we will be discussing the Switch 2 and our trip to Epic, and it will be phenomenal. It is going to be our first in-person podcast. It's going to be so good. So definitely stay tuned for that, and we love you to death. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
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 Bye.